Look, man, let's stop pretending everything's fine. You're sitting there, scrolling, watching video after video, trying to figure out why the woman you care about feels like she's a million miles away, even when she's sleeping right next to you. You feel that coldness, don't you? That heavy, soul-crushing silence where the passion used to be. You're doing the work, you're paying the bills, you're being a good guy, but the fire is out. You look into her eyes, and you don't see that spark anymore. You see a roommate. It eats at you, low-key making you feel like less of a man because you can't figure out the code. You think it's about money or looks, but facts are, you're just illiterate in the one language that actually matters to her, the language of her nervous system. If you don't learn how to bridge that gap, that silence is going to turn into a goodbye, and you'll be left wondering where it all went south. But you're here now, and that changes today. We're going deep into the psychology of touch, the kind that hits different, the kind that makes her feel safe enough to surrender. Before we break down these 7 secret spots, do yourself a solid, hit that subscribe button. Join the brotherhood. Don't be the guy who stays stuck in the dark while everyone else is leveling up. We're building something real here, and you need to be part of it if you want to win. Most dudes are out here playing checkers while the game is actually 4D chess. They think touch is just a straight line to the bedroom. They're thirsty, they're rushed, and they're radiating beta energy because they're looking for a result instead of providing an experience. Real talk. A woman's body is a map of her emotions. If her mind isn't right, her body is a fortress you ain't ever getting into. You gotta understand that women are walking around with a million tabs open in their brains. Work, family, stress, insecurities. When you touch her the way most guys do, you're just another to-do list item. But when you touch her with intention, with that alpha presence, you're literally hacking her brain to shut those tabs down. You're giving her permission to stop being the boss, stop being the protector, and finally just be a woman. It's about grounding her. If you can't ground her, you can't lead her. And if you can't lead her, she's never going to truly desire you. These 7 spots are the keys to her kingdom, but only if you use them with the right energy. No cap. This is the difference between a relationship that's dying and one that's legendary. The first spot is the back of the neck, right at the base of the skull. This isn't just a physical spot. It's a psychological kill switch for stress. In the wild, the neck is the most vulnerable part of any creature. When you place your hand there, you are claiming her, but in a way that provides ultimate security. Most guys are either too shy or they grab it like they're handling a football. Nah, man, that ain't it. You need to slide your hand up under her hair, feel the heat of her skin, and let your palm rest firmly on that nape. Don't wiggle your fingers. Don't tickle her. Just hold. That weight, that solid masculine presence, sends a signal straight to her amygdala saying, "I've got you." It triggers a massive release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. When you do this while you're talking to her, especially when she's stressed, you'll literally feel her entire body go limp against you. She's surrendering. She's letting go of the world, because your hand is the only thing that matters in that moment. It's a power move that feels like a hug for her soul. If you haven't been doing this, you've been leaving money on the table. Now let's talk about the small of her back. This one is classic, but 99% of men are doing it wrong. They use it as a way to push her, or they barely touch her like they're afraid of a lawsuit. Listen, if she's your woman, she wants to feel your claim on her. When you're walking through a crowd, or even just standing in the kitchen, place your full palm, not just the fingers, on the small of her back, right above the curve of her glutes. This is her center of gravity. By placing your hand there, you're telling the world, "This is mine," and you're telling her, "I'm leading the way." It's a guiding touch. It's high-key dominant, but incredibly comforting. The skin there is thick, but sensitive to pressure. A firm, steady hand on the lower back makes a woman feel like she's walking with a shield behind her. It builds a subconscious layer of trust that makes everything else, the talking, the flirting, the intimacy, way easier. If you're just standing next to her with your hands in your pockets, you're failing the leadership test. Get your hand on her back and show her you're the captain of the ship. The third spot is the inner forearm and the wrist. This is for the men who want to play the long game. Most guys go straight for the obvious parts, and that's why they get shut down. It's too much, too fast. But the inner forearm? That's where the high voltage nerves are. It's a non-sexual spot that feels incredibly sexual when done right. Imagine you're sitting at dinner or on the couch. Instead of grabbing her hand, just slowly trace your fingers or the side of your thumb along the inside of her wrist. This is subtle, it's teasing, and it creates a slow burn tension that'll have her thinking about you all day. It's about the anticipation, man. When you focus on a spot that most men ignore, you're showing her that you're a connoisseur of her body. You're not just looking for a quick fix, you're appreciating the details. This builds a vibe that's sophisticated and alpha. It shows you have patience and control. A man with control is a man who can be trusted with her deepest desires. If you want to get under her skin in the best way possible, start with the wrists. It's a low-key flex that hits harder than a diamond ring. Next, we gotta talk about the ears and the area right behind them. This is a danger zone, in the best way. The skin here is paper-thin and loaded with sensory receptors. But here's the trick. It's not just about the touch, it's about the proximity. When you lean in to whisper something, straight up, it doesn't even matter what you're saying, and your lips or fingers brush against that sensitive skin behind her ear. It sends shivers down her spine. It's an invasion of her personal space that she wants from a man she respects. Most guys stay in the friend zone distance. They're afraid to get close. But an alpha knows that proximity is power. When you touch her there, you're entering her most private bubble. It's intimate, it's intense, and it commands her full attention. If she's distracted or acting distant, get close, touch that spot behind the ear, and watch how fast she tunes back into you. It's like a reset button for her focus. Let's move to the scalp and her hair. This is about deep relaxation and father-like protection. When a woman lets you touch her head, she's showing you the ultimate level of trust. Think about how much time and money women spend on their hair. It's their crown. When you run your fingers through it, slowly massaging the scalp, you're tapping into a primitive comfort. It's soothing, it's grounding, and it lowers her cortisol levels, the stress hormone, instantly. Most guys only touch her hair when they're trying to get busy, and that's a mistake. Do it when there's no agenda. Do it while you're watching a movie or just talking about your day. By providing that comfort without expecting anything in return, you're building a massive emotional bank account and you're becoming her safe harbor. When she feels like you're the one person who can truly make her relax, she's never going to want to let you go. This is how you move from being a guy she's seeing to being the man she can't live without. The sixth spot is the waist and the hips. This is where you bring the heat. The waist is the narrowest part of her, and the hips are the widest. It's the symbol of her femininity. When you wrap your hands around her waist and pull her in, you're asserting dominance in the most primal way. It's a claim touch. You're saying, "You're with me." Most guys are too timid here. They touch the waist like they're holding a glass vase. Look, she's not gonna break. She wants to feel your strength. Pull her in tight. Let her feel the difference in size and power between your body and hers. That contrast is what creates attraction. It's basic biology, man. When you hold her by the hips, you're controlling her movement, and subconsciously, she loves that. It lets her turn off her decision-making brain and just follow your lead. If you're always waiting for her to move first, you're losing. Take the lead, grab the waist, and show her who's in charge. Finally, we have the knees and the inner thighs, but we're talking about the social version of this. Imagine you're out with friends or at a family dinner. Under the table, out of sight from everyone else, you place your hand firmly on her knee or just slightly above it on the lower thigh. This is secret intimacy. It's a private world you're creating right in the middle of a crowd. It tells her, even with all these people here, you're the only one I'm thinking about. It creates a massive amount of tension because it's a forbidden touch in a public space. It's exciting, it's a little bit bad boy, and it keeps her on her toes. Most men are too worried about being polite in public, but a woman wants to feel like her man is obsessed with her. That subtle, firm touch on the thigh is a constant reminder of your presence. It's like a slow-burning fuse that's going to explode into pure passion the moment you guys get home. Stop being a spectator in your own relationship. Start being the director. Use these 7 spots not just as moves, but as a way to communicate that you see her, you want her, and you're the man who's going to lead her. Now go out there and handle your business.